Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I have Don King on the line, and he is CEO of Impact Workforce Solutions. For those that have not caught our previous episode, Don is a return guest. He's also an author in one of our upcoming books, so this is a really special episode. First off, Don, just welcome back to the show. Good to see you.
Hey, Adam, it's great to be here.
All right,
Thanks for having me back.
So first thing first, correct me if I'm wrong. I have a memory for these things though. So last time I interviewed you and last time you were on the show, was it president and CEO? Now I see just CEO when I was warming up for this. Is there something behind that?
Your memory's good, Adam. I know you do a lot of these things, but I promoted Vance Tiller. He's been our EVP of sales for the last several years. And I took that hat off and handed it to him on January 1st. So he'll be leading day-to-day organizational structure, and I can focus on vision, strategy, and influence. So really excited about that.
Oh man, you said his name was Vance?
Vance Tiller.
Oh man, congrats, Vance, on the promotion. I know you guys are growing fast over there. Lots of good things going on at Impact Workforce Solutions, and we'll definitely dive into the business overall because I don't want to assume that all of our viewers and listeners caught the first episode we did together. Mm-hmm. So we'll get into that. But before we do, we'll start this episode the way that we start them all with our Mission Matters Minute. So Don, we at Mission Matters, we amplify stories for entrepreneurs, executives, and experts. That's our mission. Don, what mission matters to you?
It's all about the people, Adam, improving the quality of life of others, whether it's our associates, our internal staff, our strategic partners, and our clients. In the workforce capital space, it's all about the people and improving them every day.
Yeah, it's awesome. Great to have you back on the show, and love bringing mission-based entrepreneurs and executives on to share why they do what they do, how they're making a difference and improving the lives of others and the marketplace as well. So awesome to have you back. I got to say, when I saw that you were chosen as one of the upcoming authors, I was excited because I always learn things from our authors that with the content that they submit, number one, but then just the network, the community. And when I was told that you'd be part of our author community, I got excited. So I guess
so did I. It was very gracious, and look forward to seeing the book come out. And it's very, very, very touching to be able to tell my story.
Fantastic. And so first thing, what are some of the things? We're not going to give them everything today, Don, because we do sell books. So we want everybody, we'll update this. We'll bring you back on the show once the book is live. And yes, everybody watching, we do sell books. But what are some of the things that you hope that your readers get from your writing?
Well, there's a couple things that, one is my story, obviously. And how it came about. So there's a part that I hope I touch some people who might have gone through the same thing or going through it. So it's kind of a check saying, hey, it's okay. Life continues to move, and you just keep swimming upstream and stay positive. And the other one is, just touching on the importance of people in an organization. And, I believe, and a lot of other people believe, a company's greatest asset is its people. And that's what Impact does is put our arms around the people and engage and retain them. So I'm happy to share that with the world, I guess, and looking forward to getting feedback on it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great story, and I want to go further into Impact Workforce Solutions. So just to give people a bit of a flavor for what they can expect, because you have quite an interesting story. So maybe just give us a little bit of background and kind of how you got started in this industry.
Yeah. So Impact originally started as a professional employment organization, and that's taking care of small and mid-cap companies' employees, from tax administration, payrolls, benefits, and so forth. And then we have evolved into a total talent management solution for the secondary or supplemental workforce. And we put our arms around them, we benefit them up and improve the quality of their lives. So people always look at me, my wife's always said, I really didn't know what you did till I saw that segment you did with Adam the first time. And she said that it started to make sense. And the bottom line of it is that we've taken a two-tiered employment structure, which is the traditional staffing model, and we've turned it into a three-tier model where we put a professional benefit administration in the middle of it. So it seems to work. Our retention is off the charts compared to a two-tier model. Cost savings, mitigated liability for the employees, but at the end of the day, it gives those employees a better career path and stability, which is what we focus on every day.
Yeah. And for everybody that's watching this, we'll put the link to our previous episode where we actually did a deep dive into Don's model and the benefit of it. But I do want to highlight one part of your model, Don, if you could just maybe juxtapose the difference between, what makes your model so effective on the long-term career side of things versus just placement, because that's if I had to say one central theme, it was when people are working and the employers on one side and then the employees on the other side, when they're working with Impact Workforce Solutions, you're really changing lives for this entire population of workers.
Yeah, it gives them a bona fide and structured career path, so they're not temps forever anymore. Staffing companies do an amazing job with talent acquisition. That's their sweet spot. That's what they do. Yeah. But with the current environment where it is today, a lot of companies said, "Hey, we're going to leave people out longer term," and the staffing industry isn't really designed for that. So you get the people from a emotional or psychological perspective. They're temps, and they're always temps, and they don't have full-time benefits. They don't have PTO, paid time off. They don't have all these different benefits that a core employee would have with the company. So by giving them that platform and then helping them career into the actual core at a later date, they have that stability and those benefits. And it doesn't sound complicated. It's kind of difficult to administrate and manage because we manage the entire contingent process for a company, not just the temporary side, but that and our population, which is core two, but then the strategic piece behind how to manage all that. And we provide the technology to help give visibility and analytics into the whole platform.
And now this is one of the reasons why I was really excited to have you in the book, is because we're looking for people that are really innovating. And what you're saying right now, I know you make it seem very easy, but to pull off what you've accomplished, you're really an innovator in that industry. And others have maybe tried to duplicate what you're doing, but it's just not an easy thing to pull off. So, what do you feel are some of those attributes or those things that allow you to really innovate in this industry, because you are doing something unique?
It's seeing the need first, and then actively pursuing a solution for it. And that it's not just one and done. It's evolving every day, and we learn from both our associates and our clients and our strategic partners of how to redefine and define the process into more effective ways that always focused on improving the quality of life of others. That's our mantra. That's our passion. That's our focus. We talk about it every day at the company, and it's just putting focus on that issue. And then technology also innovates, so our Clarity, our vendor management platform that we use. I think I told you this last time, technology is like a kid. It never grows up. Mine are all grown, but they're still my kids. And so you're just improving that every day. And it's really exciting to see all of it come together. We're blessed to be, implementations are lined up and we're engaging with our existing clients, and, Vance will help us strengthen our processes. He's a process freak. Self-claimed, so I'm not saying a name on it or anything, but he's putting all our SOPs in place with the team, working real hard on that, so we can continue to replicate the results for other clients.
That's awesome. We're gonna have to have Vance on the show so I can ask him. So tell me about this process freak tendency that Don told me. That's awesome. So what keeps you going? And what I mean by this is, there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there. There's a lot of executives. There's a lot of people that, doing quality work and working really hard. And they're out there fighting the fight every day to improve the lives of others. Like, what keeps you going through all of this?
I'm a builder.
Yeah.
I am at my happiest when I'm creating something or building something. And now without the day-to-day responsibilities on my desk, I can focus on influence and strategy and looking at other opportunities to bring into the company to help us grow. My advisors are probably watching this, my board of advisors. So Bob and Rex, Joel, I'm not going to be chasing squirrels or shiny objects. They have to be in line with our mission and our focus. But I look at new opportunities every day and run those down and see how we can bring them in to strengthen impact and strengthen our future growth. So I'm in a happy place. I love doing what I'm doing and I look forward to continuing to scale. So it's exciting.
Great. It is exciting. It's a great story, especially considering that the end result of your effort and your work is that, many individuals that would have been in the workforce that didn't necessarily have defined career paths.
Absolutely.
Now they have like a real shot at building a life and a career and really achieving that American dream. So, I mean, I love it. I'm a big fan of what you're doing.
It's a feel good business. Don't have the exact number, but we processed over 7,000 W-2s last year.
Wow.
So we just had our all employee meeting that we do every month. And
it's a lot of W-2s, Don.
Yeah, you touched a lot of people.
Yeah.
If you take the 7x factor on that, you multiply it by 7, and we just hope to keep growing that number and improving more and more people's lives. And the returns come if you do good by others. The returns come back in unexpected ways, and they're coming back to us, and we're very appreciative of that.
Oh, fantastic. So circling back to the book. So I know I've seen your work in the past. So in terms of like on media, we've done interviews, I've seen articles, other things like that. I'm always telling people, and I might sound biased, right? Because I'm a publisher, but sure. I'm just in love with books. Like that's for me, the feel, like to still get something in the mail, to still hold something in my hands, whether you're reading on a Kindle or otherwise, like what's your thoughts on just like books and publishing your story? Because lots of ways to tell your story, but like, what are your thoughts on that?
I share the same sentiment. Books were the first computer, and they hold so much knowledge. But I like the feel of a book, the intimacy of a book. And other mediums are great, but we wanted something just in a hard copy that's there for a long time, and just to share my story. It's about the people. I won't give any more up because I know you told me not to divulge too much, but it's all about people.
Yeah.
And that's what I touch on in the book is that. So.
Yeah. And I look at it like and when I say legacy, I don't mean the part from like our names. I don't mean things like that. I mean like the legacy of adding to the brain trust of knowledge that's gone before you. Like if somebody can pick up a book, like I can think of many times in my life where I picked up a book and it was like that one sentence, that one paragraph when it just had that shift. Like the more that we all share our story, and I'm not being biased here. Whether somebody publishes through us or whether they, publish themselves, like however you do it, I encourage people to get out there, like write a book, put it out, like share your story with people, even however you can, like get it done, because it's not once you're on the other side of it, once you have that, once you see like how much a difference just sharing your story can make, you'd be surprised. Like we all have a story inside of us. We all have something that we can give and share. And it's not about just, who made the most money or who did this or that. Like you never know. Like you need to hear a voice, like different voices affect different people differently. Like you don't know how your story is going to affect someone.
Well, and I'm sharing the book with the other leaders in it. I'm excited to read their stories, but I couldn't agree more. If one person get something out of it, then that's successful. Doesn't it's just one nugget. And as you said, some people read things one way and some read another. And I often said, you tell your kids what to do and they fight you and they fight you and fight you, or you tell your associates, this is the direction we're going and we need to do this. And they push back and push back. And then Adam comes in and tells them the same thing
Mm-hmm.
in a little different frame, and they're like, "Great idea! That's awesome." And however we get it to them, we get it to them. And so I'm excited in that regard, and also just to have it out there. It's pretty grueling process to get it done. Your team has been phenomenal with everything that they've done with us in doing this, and a shout out to all of them, because they made the process a lot easier than if I was going to try and do this on my own. So.
Oh man. And well, thank you for that. And yeah, definitely shout out to them, because they make us all look good. And your words, by the way, sign of a true leader. Like when you just said, like, you're my senior and further along in business. And I'm still learning what you just said, and I'm still internalizing it, but I had a big smile, because I'm like, how many times you're like, didn't I say that though?
Yeah. That's interesting.
I swear I said that, but no, all good. It really is. It really is all good. And it's the process, and it's entrepreneurship, and it's all out there trying to do better. So as we kind of wrap this up, I do want to provide some resources for our audience. So if somebody wants to learn more about Impact Workforce Solutions, who's the right type of client typically? And really, what's the best way for them to reach out?
Clients from the Fortune 100 to the Fortune 1000 is generally our client base, and impactws.com. Everybody has a website, and from there they can navigate to the appropriate person. Of course, my email has been provided. It's on the content, so email me directly. I don't have all the answers, but I have a lot of smart people that work with me who do, and I'll put you in the right direction with that.
Fantastic. And so I have to ask, other than the book promo, because I'm bringing you back on the show once the book's live. I think it's going to be live pretty soon. Actually, I'm looking at some of the final copies as this is being recorded in the beginning of February 2022. So it'll be live by the time, possibly by the time this airs. But what's next for you? I mean, what's next for you? What's next for the company? What's next?
Expanding into verticals to improve the quality of lives of others. I think we briefly talked on it last show, but we launched a sister company called eFleet MX, and that's in the aviation vertical. And basically, we're just taking our knowledge and success from the commercial industry, manufacturing, call center, and distribution, and adding it to aviation. And Justin and Mike, who are my partners in that endeavor, they're just killing it. It worked over here. It's working over there, and it's about 1.5 years old now, and they're changing that industry. Quite frankly, Adam, on how it deals with supplemental workforces, and a lot of them were 1099 employees, and we're W-2ing them and adding benefits to the equation, and we're seeing similar results and success that we've had on the commercial side. So that's the immediate. But like the book, I'm not going to give you all the things that I have on the plate, because we take them one at a time and go after the one that fits our focus and our passion. And then once we get that successful, then we'll look for another vertical to enter.
Oh man, exciting times. I'm excited to watch you just continue to grow on that. 7,000. I don't know. Next time you're on the show, 10,000. Who knows? I don't know, but I'm excited to watch your journey and to continue to support and do all we can do. So awesome. Looking forward to publishing you and promoting this upcoming book with you. And just want to say again, thank you for coming back on the show.
Hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate the venue.